Cancel.
Schweezy.
Is it wrong to be nocturnal? Everyone in my life makes me feel like a piece of shit for my internal schedule. I usually fall asleep around 8 a.m. and wake up around 4 or 5 p.m., sometimes later. I work in service industry, so I usually wake up in time for work and then get off around 11 or 12 and then spend the rest of my night relaxing and gaming. No matter how hard I have tried, I always revert to the schedule. I feel like it's engraved in me to live this way. IDK, why? Can I realistically live my life like this, or should I change ASAP? So it does look like you have a job. So I think a lot of times when people get mad at people for like living like more of a like nocturnal schedule, it's like those guys who live in their mom's basements who are like not, really not doing anything. All they do all day is just play video games and shit like that. They're Discord moderators, if you know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure y'all know what a Discord moderator is. So, yeah, so I think that's the kind of person, who's are a lot of nocturnal people. I'm more of a nocturnal person, mainly because I do podcasting and stuff like that. That can be done any time of the day, but I usually end up doing it in the evening because, I record on Mondays and then post on Wednesdays, and I always want to make sure the episode is, sometimes Mondays I have to cram and try to get the episode done. At least figure out what I'm doing on the episode. But then I work, as a musician, and most people are not going to gigs at fucking 10 a.m. in the morning unless you're the promoter for School of Rock, where, they're getting, they're having a battle of the bands at 10 a.m. on a weekday, huge ass fucking crowd, not everyone has that job, but, a musician, you're like, oh, you're playing a gig, maybe 8 p.m. to 1, 9 p.m. to 1, depending on the circumstances, stuff like that. It's assuming you get off at 1, you still have to pack all your fucking shit. You get home, you maybe get home by 2 or 3, between 2 and 3, stuff like that. And then, you still have to wind down, so you maybe fall asleep at 4. That's a normal schedule. So the fact that you do have a job makes it a lot better that, this is, your sleep schedule or whatever you have. That's not a big of a deal. I think the problem... a lot of people have, because most jobs have been 9 to 5 type-ish, forever, and so when you get to a point where it's oh, you do not have a traditional schedule like most people, it's kind of weird. And so you're oh, you're not up at 6 a.m. every morning naturally, it's pretty fucking bad. What I say though, the nice thing is you do have a job, and so you're working, you're making a living and stuff like that, and it's just all of it happens in the evening, and stuff like that, and just because you're falling asleep during the day does not mean anything. If you want to think about it more specifically, if you want to look back at caveman tribes, and I think there's something weird because I think me and my brother are both a little more nocturnal. I just feel like I'm just I have a musician schedule. That's just been in my brain forever, where it's yeah, you're going to work till 3 a.m. and then figure out how to fall asleep after a little bit after that. And then, if you can wake up around 10 a.m., that's very productive. If not, sleep in a little bit, stuff like that. But when you talk about cavemen, I think there was something a shifting schedule, because my parents were both early birds. But me and my brother were more we'd stay up late and stuff like that, and it would be good. If you figure that out. And so if we were a tribe, cavemen, my parents would try to keep everything good during the day, then me and my brother would fight at night and everything like that. So
this is the type of guy you get.
So stuff like that. So I think as long as you're working a job, you have everything good there, it's good. People just think that not waking up early is bad, but as long as you're doing good for yourself, you're fine. Don't worry about it, brother. Hey there, you just checked out a highlight from Cancel Schweezy. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you learned something and that you are now a smarter individual. Just so you know, we have full episodes and other many, many highlights available now. Click here for the next best thing that you can go check out as well. And make sure you press that subscribe button and press that notification bell. That way you get updated anytime we make a new post or anytime that we make a new highlight or full episode. So thank you, honk if you love butt drugs, and stay awesome.